welcome back. It's Cooking Fluent, and today we're doing a Middle Eastern favorite. Actually, it's undeniably one of the most eaten foods in the Middle East, and it's shawarma. This can be done as a plate. We're doing it today as a sandwich, and I'm going to just go over all the things that we have real quick. I've pre-sliced a lot of stuff. Just I don't want to bore you with cutting things. So I'm just gonna go over what you see in front of you. This is just chicken breast. This is about two large, it's about two large chicken breasts, and primarily it's cut thin. The thinner the better, and the reason why I'm gonna show you, as you can see to the right of me, it looks like, R2-D2 and Star Wars dropped off some of their fighting gear. But what we want to do is we want to replicate the actual shawarma machine. And for us to get these cooked, this is going to be done in the stove. I've done it before. It comes out great. And you want them as thin as possible. This way they can cook pretty fast because they are going to sit on top of each other. Okay? So this is just sliced chicken breast. And let me go ahead and roll to the video showing you how I'm using this Thor's hammer to smash the out of them. Okay, the spices. We've got coriander. This is all going to be done in mortar and pestle. So we're going to do this by hand. If you don't have the time, you can buy all this in powder form already. I chose to do it this way. I'm actually even going to add some of the powdered stuff in there, along with some olive oil, or if you have grapeseed oil, which works as well. But we've got coriander, mustard seeds, and this can be bought. You can even use regular mustard if you don't have any powdered mustard or mustard seeds. But we've got fennel, and again, paprika. Love this stuff. It's smoked paprika. Salt, you can use sea salt. So I've got some pink salt here. It's just something that I'm going to use, but you can use sea salt, you can use kosher salt. I try to stay away from table salt on a lot of stuff, unless I'm like salting some water for pasta or if I'm cleaning chicken. And then you have cumin, okay? Aside from that, we've got basil. Again, I don't have any fresh. I wish I had fresh. I'd love to use fresh to get the oils out of it, but we've got basil. And then for a little heat, these are dried chilies. So I'm gonna remove all the seeds from these because that's where the heat is, and then we're just gonna use the skin. All right, and at the end, this is what it goes in. This is pita bread, and we're gonna go ahead and heat these up. So let me go ahead and get this together. I'll show you what this ends up looking like. We're gonna put this on a rack, and then I'm gonna get all the stuff smashed in the mortar or the pestle. And we're gonna go ahead and show you what the end results are in just a second. And I've got the oven preheated at 350. So we're gonna start smashing or grinding out some of these spices, okay? We're starting with coriander. And if you've never used a mortar and pestle, you just want to grind everything real fine, okay? And the fragrance of these is amazing. All right, so ground down for a little bit. And the chili, because of the skin, it might not break down completely. If it bothers you, you can take it out or you can leave it all in all. If you don't like heat, then don't put it in, but it should break down. And then you should get pretty much as fine as that, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the liquids now, and this is what's gonna create that, the marinade. So it's just olive oil. I'm gonna get in here for a little bit, and then we're gonna grind the oil in here. And you want it a little wet, not too dry. Because you want it a little pasty. We're gonna rub all that chicken in here. And the seasoning is gonna, all the seasoning that's powdered, it's gonna drink up a lot of this oil. And then we definitely need the oil to make sure the chicken can sit and marinate. Right, I'm gonna add a little, got some lemon juice. About half a lemon for now. And that's gonna help break down the chicken as well. It helps cook the chicken from the inside faster. There you go. This is your shawarma marinade, okay? So we're gonna get this on the chicken, and you can let it sit in if you'd like to marinate. Leave it in the fridge for about a half an hour if you have the time. Or you can use it right away. But that's what it ends up looking like. So here's the spices on the chicken that we're gonna put on the skewer. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wet it a little bit more, just a little oil, because the spices are really dry. And we're gonna give it some of that basil at the end. I didn't wanna mix the basil in. I just want it at the end, okay? So we're just gonna shake some of that basil. If there was fresh basil, then I would've ground it, but this is dried, so. We're gonna go ahead and mix this up, and let me go ahead and get it on the skewer real quick. Just rest it for, let this rest for about 20-30 minutes, okay, in the fridge. Just let it rest. Let it absorb. And then this is just a cooling rack, as you can see. You know, I've used it plenty of times on this YouTube or on the channel. But I use it here so it can, there's liquid that's gonna come off of the chicken, and we eventually wanna baste that chicken with it, okay? So we're just gonna take the pieces of chicken and basically just slide it on here. Like that. And any pieces that you see like on the side that fall, you can just tear them out and then just lay them on the side as well, okay? So this is in the oven the way that it sits. And what I've been doing is basically every about 15 minutes I'm churning it. And I'm letting the heat wherever it's hot. But as you can see, it's coming along beautifully. This has been about an hour. And I've been spinning this probably every 15, 20 minutes. And just to check the temperature, we're just at about 160. So this needs to sit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put foil for about 5 minutes. Let it rest. And it'll gradually get up. You know, we want to be about 165 degrees for the inside. But another thing that you can do is you can trim a little bit of the outside. Get some pieces out. You know, you want to shave the outside a little bit. And then you can put it back in the oven to cook more if the insides are not. But I mean, I checked the temperature all the way through. But as you can see, it is. This is, and the smell, it's nice and hot. Careful with touching this thing. It's pretty warm, but you want to spin it around and then start carving from the outside. Just little tiny pieces, just like that. Okay, so let me go ahead and cut this up, and we're gonna go ahead and set up a sandwich. So I've got pita, I just warmed it up real quick here. We're gonna throw on some hummus to begin with. And it's one that's already made. Spread it on. Definitely want the taste of it. It really complements this sandwich. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and lay on some of this chicken. You wanna give it a try? How was it? Okay, and just some sliced tomatoes. Some red onion. Definitely use red onion because the white onion is good, but red onion, the flavor of the red onion is awesome. We've got the Persian cucumbers. You can cut them thinner if you want. You can use pickles. There's a Middle Eastern pickles that you can buy in a can. Those are really, really good on here. Fresh parsley. And then I want to top it off with a little bit more spice. So we've got some of this. This is garlic. See if I can get. It's a chili garlic sauce, but any chili garlic sauce if you want. You don't have to. Again, if it's heat that you're worried about. But there we go. And that's what it ends up being like. So let me go ahead and take a bite real quick of this thing. You can only imagine. Good stuff. Anyway, thanks for joining us again. We appreciate it. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that. And definitely like the video and hit us some comments. We really want to hear from you. Let us know what you think. We appreciate you coming back. And until next time, we'll get you another video here pretty soon. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. We're out.